Hello friends, in previous lecture we learned about properties of material. In this lecture we will learn about clay products like bricks, earthenware, stoneware, etc. Clay products are one of the most important classes of structural materials. The raw materials used in their manufacture are clay blended with quartz, sand, slag, sawdust and pulverized coast. Structural clay products or building ceramics are basically fabricated by molding, drying and burning a clay mass. Higher the bulk specific gravity, the stronger is the clay product. Clay products can be divided in four groups: brick clay, china clay, fire clay and bentonite. Brick clay also divided in three groups: bricks, tiles, earthenware. Fire clay can be divided in three groups: acidic, basic, neutral. The size of bricks: 190 mm by 90 mm by 90 mm. This is standard size. And frog size is 100 mm by 40 mm by 10 mm. You can see the figure. Manufacture of bricks. First of all, selection of clay. Alumina. It provides plasticity to the earth and makes the brick hard. The brick earth contains about 20 to 30% alumina. Excess of alumina make the raw bricks shrink and wrap during drying and burning. But if alumina content is less than 20%, the clay may be difficult to mold proper shapes. The higher content of alumina makes the bricks refractory. Then silica. Silica is present in many clays in two forms: as a constituent of clay minerals and also as free silica in the form of sand or quartz. When present in ideal proportion, 50 to 60 percentage, silica imparts the qualities of hardness and strength of the bricks. It reduces shrinkage of bricks on drying. When proportion of silica is very high in clay, they will not be molded easily. Such bricks when burnt would be quite brittle and porous. Lime, CO. The brick earth contains about 5% lime. It helps silica to melt at lower temperature and binds the particles of the bricks together. It reduces shrinkage of bricks. Excess of lime causes the bricks to melt and the brick loses its shape. It should be present in finely divided state, otherwise the lumps on burning will change to quicklime and disintegrate the brick on absorbing moisture. Iron oxide. A small quantity of iron oxide present in brick earth acts as a flux. It imparts pleasing red color to the bricks. The excess of the iron oxide makes the bricks too soft during the burning stage. They suffer deformation in shape and size. The deficiency of iron oxide in the clays make their burning difficult and also give a yellowish appearance. Magnesia. Small quantities of magnesia in brick make the bricks of yellowish color and reduces shrinkage. But excess of magnesia leads to decay of bricks. Harmful contents. Lime It is essential that lime must be present in the brick earth in a finely divided state and not in lumps. This hinder in the proper burning of the bricks in the kiln. Pebbles, gravels, grit do not allow the clay to mix thoroughly and spoil the appearance of the brick. Alkalis. Sulfates of sodium, potassium, and calcium are harmful alkalis. Iron pyrites. Iron pyrites, if present in the earth, decomposes and oxidize in the brick and cause brick to split. Vegetation and organic matter. The presence of vegetation and organic matter in the brick assist in burning, but such matter is not completely burnt. The brick becomes porous. The carbon produced due to burning of organic matter makes the brick darker in color. Preparation of clay. This is the stages of preparation of clay: unsoiling, digging, cleaning, and excavation, weathering, blending, tamping of pug mill. First of all, unsoiling. The top layer of soil contains impurities like roots of grass, vegetation, etc. Hence, the top layer of about 200 depth is dug out from the earth and discarded. Digging. The soil below 200 is dug out preferably before monsoon. It is then cleaned of stones, pebbles, vegetables, matters. All the lumps of soil should be broken into powder form. Weathering. The excavated soil is then spreaded out to a depth of 600 to 1200 and left to the atmospheric action. This process is known as weathering. It extends from few weeks to some months and imparts plasticity and strength to the clay. During weathering, the soil is burned and down at least twice. Some impurities gets oxidized during weathering. Blending. During this stage, different types of earth such as sand or calcareous clays are added in suitable proportion. Additives such as fly ash, stone, dust, sandy loam, etc. are added to develop the essential qualities needed for molding, drying and burning. The whole mass is mixed uniformly and moderate amount of water is added. The earth is covered with cloth or mat. This process of mixing ingredients is called blending. Tempering. Tempering consists of kneading the earth under feet of men or cattle to make it stiff and plastic. Addition of water is made from time to time and tempering is continued till homogeneous mass of earth is obtained. This process is adopted for common and handmade bricks, but in case of superior bricks, tempering is carried out in a pug mill. You can see the figure, pug mill. A pug mill consists of an iron cylinder in the form of bucket with top and bottom diameter 120 centimeter and 75 respectively and height about 180 centimeter. Centrally placed is a long vertical shaft which is provided with number of horizontal arms furnished with knives for breaking clay lumps. A long horizontal arm is fitted at the top of vertical shaft which is driven round by a pair of bullocks or by electric power. Clay and water in the required ratio, generally 1:4, are charged in the cylinder from the top and the tempered clay leaves the pug mill through an opening provided near the bottom of the iron. The pug mill of size mentioned above the can nearly near the 30 meter cube of earth per day. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe.